Hello everybody. Today is Practice Makes Perfect journaling journey, and it's going to be a bit steampunky. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start, I think I've showed you this in my blog, it's from a vintage girl, and it is the Chipboard album Gears. So today I'm going to do my first page in there. And I'm going to do Time Flies, but I've got this dye, air balloon. I'm going to use the alcohol pearl, so I'll show you that. I've got Tim Holtzy dye with Time, and I've got this MAP tissue paper. So I'm going to be using an array of different products, Imagination Crafts, Ranger, and that, and the vintage. And then this goes live, obviously this will be a Saturday, and then on Tuesday so it's Saturday the 18th today, so Tuesday the 21st I'm going to decorate the front and back cover of this, so I can slot what I'm doing today's page in there. So I'm going to turn you to overhead and we'll make a start. Okay, so this is a Vintage Girls gear journal, and I've got these two, the back and the front cover, which I am going to decorate and come back on Tuesday to watch how I decorate that. And inside you get corrugated card, a piece of 2 corrugated cards, and then 2 pieces of card. So I'm going to work on the corrugated page today, and first off I want to give this a quick coverage with Imagination Crafts gesso. And what I'm going to do, because it's corrugated, I'm going to actually stipple it. So I'm wetting my brush and then just stippling it, because I can get right through the grooves in the page. So that's what I'm going to do. So while I finish this off, I'll fast forward and play some music for you. Right, I'm going to give that a quick blast with the heat gun. Right, I'm going to, my next step is to add some tissue paper. So I just want to kind of see how much of what I need. Oh, it's 2 pieces. So let's see. Going to quickly just need to get a There we go. So I'm using the Decoupage Plus satin. I hate them lids. Eliminate them. I'm just going to put the glue straight onto the tissue paper. And I'm not particularly worried if it creases when I put it onto the corrugated. Well, obviously it is going to crease because of the corrugated card. So let's see how this goes. Just take it easy and just place it on. There we go. And then I'm taking some and just following the lines of the corrugation, you know, of the card. Want to make sure that the corners are stuck. The last thing you want is them coming up. There we go. Can you see the corrugation? It looks cool, doesn't it? So I'm just going to pop that to one side and let that dry. I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to bring in my, I've die cut this air balloon out onto mirror card, and to colour it, because obviously I don't want it silver, I'm going to be using my alcohol pearls, and I'm using Celestial, Mineral and Smolder, and at the bottom it has kind of, you know, the pearl. I'm not sure if you can see the white there, so you really need to shake them. And I've got some alcohol blending solution, so all I'm going to do is just put some. And I like to clean the lid, the nozzle, before I put the lid back on. Because I learned that mistake when I didn't clean the nozzles on my on my alcohol inks. It was not good because I couldn't get the lid off. And I'm just going to add it. Some of this. And then just all I'm doing is just stamping on it with, and that seems to be a bit more blue than brown, so I'm going to add a bit more blue. That's better. I'm not sure if you can see, if I tilt it, but just lift it up and you can see. So that's cool. So I'm happy with that. Put this away now. And always try to store your alcohol, inks, pails, whatever you got, stand them upright, as I learnt to my cost. Right, I'm going to bring this back in now, and I want to dry it. Right, I'm going to go away and cut this off, and I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, so the next stage I want to do is I'm going to use a combination of lilac blue with gesso, and I want to mix it up to give it a colour wash. So I'm only going to use a little bit of each because I want to really water it down. So I think that should be enough. Because the gesso is so thick, you'll see what I mean. And get some of this blue, and then I'm just going to mix it up, because I still want to see the pattern underneath, but I don't want it quite. I'll just spritz some water. So let's see how that goes, how that looks. Let's see. Put that out the way so I don't hang it. Oh yeah, brilliant, just what I wanted. So I'm going to follow the the corrugation, going backwards and forwards, and you'll still get that gleam of the Starlight paints, which is super cool. Trying not to get me fingerprints on it as I'm holding it. So that is exactly what I wanted. So if I tip it like that, you can still see the map underneath. So I'll clean this mess up, and get that dried. And so that's dried. So the next step I want to do is I'm going to use Starlight's Topaz. And I'm going to I need a sponge. I think I can find one. There we go. What I'm going to do is, because I'm calling this time travel, I've got the Tim Holtz stencil number 13, and I'm going to stencil some clocks, and I've just got a makeup sponge, and I'm just going to stencil around using the topaz. I can do it as dark or as light as I want. Trying, of course, not to go over the edges, which you don't want. I'll have that one coming down like that. Is it tissue? Right, tissue paper. Then we've got another layer of gesso and starlights. Then we've got the what do you call it? Come on, Linda, get your brain in gear. You've got the oh, for goodness sake, the stenciling. And I'm not sure whether to add a bit more stenciling actually. Where's my stencils? I'm not sure. Actually, I might use this one. I quite like this. Is one of my favourites. This, you know, with the arrows and that. And this is number T. Oh, I think this came with a set of stamps actually. So I think we'll have a few arrows. Just put that there for washing. There's my tissue. Get that wiped up, and then I'm going to give this a quick blast because I want them things dry. And what we can do then is I want to put kind of like adventure, discover. I'm going to use the alchemy wax in black. I'm going to cut that sponge in half, I think. Listen to my stomach. So I need to, what I want to do, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mask off some of it, so I don't, because I don't want to get any of the words. I know the words I want. I'm going to mask it there. This is not playing nice today, I tell you. I want to mask that there. And that there. So I want to use my sponge and a little bit of the wax So I've got the word discover, and I want adventure. Turn that round so that doesn't get thingied. I might put that by there. Adventure, and I think I might do wander. I just need to move that up a bit. And put that there. Oh my goodness, my stomach is rumbling. I haven't got a clue why, because I had my breakfast. So, right, okay, and we have wander there, I think. There we go. So that's my page completed. Oops, get that back on there. And all I've got left to do really is to poke holes in here. Oops. And I need to pop this onto here. Pop that onto there, and for that I'm going to be using Magibond. Oh, which, even though it goes on white, it dries clear, and it's a super duper adhesive, brilliant adhesive. One of my, I'm not a lover of wet glue, but this is one of the best, especially in card making. I like double-sided tape, and if I want dimension, I'll use silicone, not silicone, 3D gel. So I think, and then because that's wet glue, I don't want to get fingerprints on, and all I do is use a piece of tissue paper. There we go. So that, and last but not least, I've got Tim Holtz's, or Rangers, let's see what it is, Big Chats, and I'm going to call it Time Travel, which seemed appropriate. So we've got time, travel. I'm just going to use my food ball and just highlight around that. Just bear with me. sorry about that. The doorbell rang and I didn't know if Rick was downstairs or in the back. But, typical, isn't it? And I need to just date and sign it. So it's the May Practice Makes Perfect, May 19. There we go. So that's another in my Practice Makes Perfect journaling journey. And do come back on Tuesday, because the journal that this will go into, I'll be decorating. I'll have decorated the front and back covers, and it's going to be like a, well, it's steampunk theme, because obviously it's gears. So all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed. I've enjoyed doing it. I hope it's give you some hints and tips and ideas on, you know, journaling. And I sure enjoy doing these videos. And until next time, everybody, happy crafting. Bye bye for now.